when things are going so fast, it's kind of hard to keep track of yourself, isn't it? Things coming in from places or people or ideas or thoughts that, where did that come from? Where something comes in or, it's just different. Because we're going one way with one thing. And then just when we think we've got that one pretty much covered, then bang, we're off to the next one. And so it's hard to keep up with where you were just a little while ago. There's something that's flowing, but it doesn't always feel like water. It just feels like something is flowing. And in that flowing, there's some confusion. I would say definitely there's been some confusion. But if we try to take the next step and we haven't really grounded ourselves in this step, that is not going to be easy. But most people probably still don't know that's what's happening, which is even more confusing. So when you know what's happening, but you don't know what's happening, you get this double upside down, inside out type thing. On the one hand, we, people like us that are weird to begin with, okay, call it that, then, oh wow, this is cool. I'm liking this. This is good. But for other people that don't know what the heck is going on, it's not so good. It's like a challenge. If we take the time to allow ourselves to, I bet you that I could talk about this with this person. Let me give it a try and see how that works. And then other times, I don't think that person really is going to want to have that conversation. I'm going to just lay out of there on that one there. That makes it much easier for everybody. Because people can really tell, but they don't always give themselves credit for what they're telling. It's about feeling inside ourselves long ago. That's when I first really started thinking about the Arcturians. And what was an Arcturian? And as I let myself go there, because it was a place that felt so familiar, but I had been there far too long. Had been too long before I had been there the last time. Like you have a really good friend, but you got really busy and you haven't met with them for a month, and then they seem like they're so far away. And I think that's one of the things that we could all fall into. And it's so nice to have some friends that you really can go there with, and they could go there with you too. Energy that was always there, but we were not able to observe it. And so then we didn't know that it was even there. And then we'll bump into people like we bump into each other. And then we'll say, hey, I think we're thinking about the same thing, kind of like. What comes in comes out, and what goes out comes in. So, what would you say about all that?
That absolutely resonates. And I love both perspectives where it's like they're really one and the same. I think when we channel, we are just channeling a higher part of ourselves. So for you, like having the Arcturian energy come through, it's also you at the same time. I love the idea of creative energy always being present, but we weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
And it would make me ask, what happens when we become aware of the options that we have when we're not in the box anymore?
Well, I was thinking about that just before you asked the question, you know. But I like when I get in my box, open up my box, and all these cool things. Um, then I'll I'll think about things that I haven't thought about for a long time, or maybe never. Adventure. It's like, going into something that you haven't done before. Doesn't have to be this big, like you can, go to the moon or anything like that. But just knowing that we can step outside of our daily life. Also, feel free enough with that person that you can talk about those weird things. And it's so, helpful when people recognize that you're recognizing something that they've recognized too.